Welcome to Moose Jaw This Week. I'm Lyle Johnson, your host, and today we're going to talk about Canada because I'm going to have Olympic athlete Graeme Fish armed to talk about his experience last month with the Olympics and in his long track speed skating. So, Graeme, welcome to Moose Jaw This Week. Welcome
Oh,
home.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice to be home for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you say you've been back in town now about 2 weeks,
hmm
um, and just relaxing and kind of zoning down.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense time that you had to build up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think for sure it was like pretty intense. I personally trained at a pretty intense level. So once we kind of got back from Beijing, there was like one of the first 2 days I was just kind of like just mentally exhausted. Even with I did get COVID in November, so that as well as the Olympics. Yeah, it was pretty I guess I don't know, hard to I kind of kept my emotions in there for the last 3 months because I was super focused on skating. So yeah, once I got home from Beijing and everything kind of settled down, I was like, oh, I need a rest. And yeah, decided to come home for like a couple weeks. So yeah, it's nice to be back. got to uh got to go skate with like our home club there a couple times. And yeah, there's actually a meet in Cairnport that's named after me. um
What?
yeah, this week it's called the Fish Bowl. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Probably make an appearance there, and yeah, it should that'll be fun to go see all the little kids that are, I guess, trying to do what I did a month ago. So yeah,
Yeah.
pretty exciting.
When did this all start for you, Graeme? Your family's always been uh, inclined to things like speed skating. Has been part of your family for a long time, probably since you were like a little kid. You
Mhm.
were speed skating.
I started when I was three. My sister and my older sister Lindsay and my younger brother Alex also skated, but my dad also skated when he was a kid as well. So yeah, I think it was just something that they thought would be a better fit for us than hockey or any contact sport, I guess. And yeah, I kind of fell in love with it. I mean, I like when I was a kid, I liked skating fast, and I actually liked short track more for a better part of my skating career until around like grade 10 when I first started skating at the oval, and I kind of fell in love with long track. So yeah, yeah, I've been skating I guess 21 years now, so it's kind of crazy.
And you're only 24, so
Yeah,
yeah, it is. But 10,000 meters is a long ways
yeah,
to skate, and it tends to favor guys of your physical stature.
hmm
Like they're strong, small, powerful guys. Or I don't know if they're women. I don't watch that as much because our focus was on your successes.
hmm
But yeah, you've had that kind of aspect to your life of your body physically fits that very well.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of different physiques for skating. I mean, um, a lot of the I guess the guy that won this year, he's like a little bit taller than Nils Vanderpool. Like he's pretty good at skating, I would say. But
Well,
he
you won, yeah.
he he's a little bit taller than me. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. I don't think about how like your physique is. Obviously, like there are some taller athletes that are really good at distance. But I mean, Sven Kromer, he's like 6'3", 6'4", and he was pretty
That's
dominant in the
big.
long distance events for a long time. And then there's my teammate Ted Yambone. He's like maybe like 2 inches shorter than me, and he's also really good at skating long distance. So I think obviously it's kind of based on genetics. You also have to kind of like pain. For me, I like pain. So I mean, skating for 10,000 meters for me is nothing really. I mean, I love skating, so the longer the better, I guess. But yeah, I guess there's a lot of different physiques for um, I guess long distance wise.
Yeah. I was just thinking in retrospect, you're the second world champion and record holder in the 10,000 meters I've had on my TV show,
Oh, that's cool.
which is because
Who's the other?
Thomas Gustafsson
Oh,
from
okay, cool.
Sweden.
Oh,
He,
okay, yeah,
yeah, he was dating a girl from Moose Jaw
yeah. Oh,
back in the day, and she brought him home to visit the parents and stuff. And he was in town and said, "Well, why don't we do a TV show? So we did. So, it becomes a serial thing.
Yeah.
Everybody who's anybody has to be on my TV show, I guess. I think. But it was, you said you love the grueling pace of that, and it is exhausting. Your body aches, your legs ache, and you don't even know how you can put one in front of the other, and yet you do.
Mhm.
Do they offer you mental training as well as physical work?
Oh
To,
yeah, obviously, like we have a sports psych. His name is Dave Paskovich, and he's like a mental performance specialist for our team. And like I talk to him kind of on the weekly, just kind of check in. But yeah, there's always like definitely a mental game to skating. And yeah, obviously, like mental is just as important as physical, especially in our sport.
yeah, because it's a lone sport.
Mhm.
It's you deciding when you want to go, when you want to push, when you want to hold back, and that's all psychological and physiological for you to
Mhm.
your body to meet those demands. And there's nobody else there. There's nobody talking in your ear saying, "Go, Graham, go," or
Well, our coaches
there's
are
a
on
guy on the coach yelling on the
yeah, there's a
side.
coach on the ice yelling at us, but yeah, it's pretty much up to us whether like I guess how what our pace is or anything. So yeah, definitely psychological, especially uh in the 10K for sure. The last 10 laps you gotta push pretty hard mentally and physically. But yeah, as the distances get shorter, it's obviously not as mental. But yeah, definitely the
Yeah,
long distances are more mental than
I watched the bashing and cranking that they do in short track, and they no, that's you're living on the edge, literally,
Mhm.
going around those corners. But in long track, you just have one other person on the track with you, and you switch sides and back, and it's even though it's like 10,000 meters, it engages you, and
Mhm.
you want to watch. You want to be part of each and every lap. Like you go, did he pick up any distance on
Mhm.
this lap?
Yeah.
Did you? Now you went to China. You didn't have a great build up because you got COVID in
Mhm.
December, and you hadn't skated a lot since you set the world championship, the world record
Mhm.
in the 10,000 meter. You hadn't done a lot, at least, and there wasn't a lot of opportunities to do competition, to test yourself for that year or so in there. That must have been a challenge for you.
Mhm. So like, obviously, like last year, like we all the World Cups did get canceled, except for and I guess the fall World Cups. I decided not to go to the Netherlands in the bubble just because I didn't want to risk getting COVID, and then I kind of ended up getting it this fall. But yeah, it was definitely more difficult to kind of stay motivated when knowing that you're not going to be racing in a long time. Um, I was pretty lucky. I last year when we didn't have the Olympic oval either, so we couldn't really skate long track. But we were able to skate in Red Deer, and my auntie and uncle actually lived pretty close there, so I could stay there and go and skate. But for sure, like it was definitely I guess this year in the beginning of the fall, just for me, it was kind of getting back into the rhythm of racing again was maybe a little bit more difficult than I thought. And then obviously getting COVID in I think it was like November 21st. Definitely kind of obviously I wasn't like um, I kind of lived with it and I kind of sucked at the moment, but I guess like my coaches and our support staff kind of got me as ready as I could. Obviously with a little bit more time, maybe I could have done a little bit better. But yeah, I think just the way it was um, this year for me, getting COVID in November and then going on getting 60 Olympics is pretty outstanding,
Mm.
I would say. And I literally gave everything I could on the ice. I mean, 90 seconds. If anyone was watching the race, so literally 90 seconds after, you could see me kind of putting something in the garbage can there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Heave.
yeah. I think for how my year was going this year, I think like I did the best I could, and I
Oh,
have
for sure.
to with it.
I think your community and your country were very proud of your effort that you put forward, but also proud of the effort that you yourself, given those challenges, were able to muster. And yeah, we're very happy with you guys. And yeah, I'm so I could hear. I live down in the flats, but I think I could hear from some noise up on James or Francis Street that night because your folks were pretty darn proud,
Oh yeah,
and
I gave him a call
justifiably
after
so.
the race. It was kind of cool, and my coach was actually here watching them. My coach from Moose Jaw was here watching with them, so it was pretty. I gave him a call, and they were all pretty happy for me. So it was nice.
Yeah. So, where are you in the world right now? Are you finished school? Are you in the middle of school? Uh, or what's happening with your life in the real world?
Oh well, right now actually this semester I didn't take any courses just to kind of focus on the Olympics. But yeah, I'm pretty like I think I have like 10 courses left for my degree. I'm in kinesiology at the University of Calgary, so we're getting there. It's been it's been like 7 years for me in university, but we'll get it done eventually. And yeah, I'm just um kind of relaxing right now, and like we don't start really training for skating until the beginning of May, so I kind of have a little bit more than a month um still of rest and kind of just doing whatever I want, and then obviously just kind of get ready for next year.
Yeah. So you're staying skating because
Of course,
again,
yeah.
long distance skating has older people in it.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they like it's not like a 16 or 17-year-old sport.
No,
It's
no.
like a 30s. Like you're still young
Oh
compared
yeah.
to the other people who are skating still.
Yeah. Yeah, I got still a long way to go. I don't know how long. I love skating, so I really can't see myself retiring from it. Obviously, I'm going to have to eventually, but yeah, I love skating, so I can't wait to get kind of back training again. It's been even after 2 weeks of me doing whatever I want, I'm getting antsy again. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for the next four
Have you
years.
put,
See what happens.
have you put on weight since you came
No,
home?
no,
Your mom hasn't fattened you up. I thought
no.
maybe.
I can't go a day without doing something crazy. Yesterday I ran 2 hours outside here, and it wasn't the best weather for sure. But me and my dad usually doing something cross country skiing or doing something wild and crazy. So
You'll be getting a bicycle out pretty soon too.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, boy, Graeme, you had such a. I won't say it was a great year, but it was a good year for what you were able to
Oh yeah, for
meet
sure.
the challenge. You did really, really well,
Mhm.
I want to say thanks and congratulations to you on behalf of the people who are in Moose Jaw who are yelling and cheering for you. Uh, it's kind of neat because Saskatchewan doesn't have a lot of Olympic athletes, but we have a couple, and
Yeah,
the ones we have are worthwhile. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Anyway, our time's gone,
Mhm.
so you're home for a bit. People want to see you to say hi. Go run the trails or something, and you might run into Graeme.
And then yeah,
Yeah. But again, congratulations on the successes you had, and continued success in the next year when you're back to 100% physically, and you've always been 100% mentally. So, yeah, best of luck with that.
thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. And that wraps up our time with Graeme Fish, an Olympic athlete, long track speed skater from Moose Jaw, who displayed himself very well and represented our country very well in the Olympics in Beijing. So thanks very much to our guest, and thanks to you for watching. We'll see you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.